Welcome to Back to the Bar. We're having fun talking about goddamn Wakanda versus Zamunda. Ain't that a bitch?
Fictional.
You know I want to live with nasty ass elephants. Not in the future.
Hey, I mess with elephants, man. You don't forget that team.
Oh man, I'm gonna bring elephants back into the loop, but we have watched. I'm jumping right into it. I'm not even introducing anybody yet, cause I'm mad. This is how mad I was. You guys, you watched Coming to America?
I fell asleep.
I did.
During it? Or you?
You didn't watch that
I
bullshit?
didn't see it, man.
I'm
Damn.
ruining it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
not-
This is
I've been having a heavy week, man. So
shit, man. Put on your earmuffs, cause I'm about to dig in that ass on this horse shit.
It was bad.
Woo wee!
It was bad.
Coming to where?
Was
Coming
it,
to America?
was it like a spoof on all the Coming to Americas?
Motherfuck. This shit was so garbage. I almost cried. I stopped it about 3 times.
Stopped it 3 times.
Just because I was
Stopped it
like,
twice. Yeah.
oof.
you had to let it sink in.
It was bad, bro.
He had to convince himself to come back
Like, hold
to
on,
watch
hold
Then
it.
it was like a
It
musical.
wasn't that bad. Hold on.
It was a musical as well.
Yeah, it kind of sucked. That's how it is, like that.
It was a musical as well.
It was so.
Oh no.
The
It
budget.
It's
Yeah.
like cameos.
It went show tunes on that shit.
Really did. Paul.
Oh, yep, you're right. It sure did.
Paul. It was pretty bad.
I hope I
Wait.
get it. I hope I get it.
Kinda.
The cameos?
Gladys Knight's taking the train back.
Get
In
the
Vogue.
fuck out of here.
Salt and Pepper.
Gladys Knight.
Like everybody was in it, and I have no idea why or how they're in it. It was bad.
They even brought the 2 twins back.
The rap.
My ears
Sure
peaches,
did.
and I'm the best.
Hey.
All the DJs.
Yeah.
These big ass bitches coming in looking like big ass giraffes. I was like, oh lord. I
Oh,
know
they didn't look good.
The ones
They
that
was
crack,
cold
you
back
fucking
in the
They
day.
was cold back in the day.
With the little gold joints on.
Dude.
Just put a little bit of weight on it.
Name. That joint was going hard. I was Joan of Arc in my last life. Remember that?
Yeah, right. The one chick that did look good, better than what she looked like
With Tim.
in the first one was
Lisa.
it's Lisa. Woo, she
His
was
wife.
bad.
Man, you know what I was cracking
we
up
watched-
about?
Oh
Remember when
yeah,
he-
I saw
at
her.
the old
She
one
was
when he
good.
told old girl, he was like, bark like a dog.
Oh yeah.
That was in
And
there
then when
too.
when they brought her in there, she was still barking.
She was still barking in this
He
one.
never told her to stop.
Never told her to
Weird,
stop.
Yeah.
because that's what I thought.
That's
I'm
a
like,
man's
never told her to
ideal
stop.
woman right there.
That's
was crazy.
stupid shit,
What do you
man.
think of Wesley?
Your sister's face was like,
Wesley
he
Snipes.
said that.
Everybody was old in this.
Yeah.
So Lisa
It's
was
been a
old. Like
minute.
everybody was
They
old.
said like 30 years.
It's been 30 years.
But they look old though.
I
been a
mean, 30
minute,
years.
though.
You're
30
supposed
years.
to look.
Everybody
they were
looked
in
like
their
a
prime,
like
though.
a grandma and the grandpa. Everybody did.
Yeah, but I mean,
The best story in that was Wesley Snipes. Every time he came into the room, everything he said, it was funny.
Wesley was.
He saved the movie.
What? No.
Wesley-
No.
what-
I'll tell you what saved the movie. James Earl Jones's voice. That was the best part of the movie.
I thought Morgan too.
It made you
Beginning.
listen. You go, that's
Just
first
go
5
shopping
minutes.
at Big Dow's.
what the fuck?
This man got his own money.
James Earl Jones, baby.
And he dies just like in Star Wars.
Hakeem.
Ooh, sorry.
It's over with. Y'all already done fucked it up for me already.
I need a son.
It wouldn't have taken long. It definitely wouldn't have.
Straight up,
It's
man.
You said Leslie Jones, too.
Leslie Jones
She was
held it.
funny.
She was funny.
She was actually
dope.
funny.
She was dope because, well, spoiler alert.
It's already
This
spoiled.
whole bit is a spoiler
Okay, I'm sorry.
alert.
That was the one that Eddie
Lay it
went
on
with.
us.
And that was the only cool thing is like they actually showed the old movie, and they showed like
And
Arsenio leaving the table when it was Arsenio as a girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he left
Right.
went to the bar.
but that was extra. That was extra that they did on that with
Yeah,
the
the whole
faces.
face, the young
making the
face.
face look young.
So Austin.
You know what? That's a good segue because I wanted to jump into like good movie sequels. All right, no. Let me start it off. Bad movie sequels. All right.
come on.
Let me break it down for you. A good first movie, and then the second movie was shit. obviously Coming to America 2 or whatever the fuck you want to call it, Coming to America, whatever. Speaking of Bad Boys, I thought that shit went downhill after the first one. The second one was
Second
God,
one
I
was
like the
straight
second
though.
one.
I like
Compared to the
second
first
man,
one?
with the Haitians. That shit
man
was
compared
cold.
to the first one. They kept it basic. The budget was nice and low. They ain't
3
make
is where
it
it
3
fell off for me,
hours.
man. 3.
That was
it
whack too.
But like it was just like they was Thanos in motherfucker.
Yeah, it was too much.
Yeah, let's get him out of here.
Yo,
Yeah,
Titus.
Lieutenant, get his ass out of here.
The first Bad Boys.
No,
First
the
Bad Boys classic.
That was that's what we got caught in the movies. That was like
I'll give you one. No. Jurassic Park.
Mike
And then the second one was bad.
Right.
That,
shit, Smoking Aces.
I didn't see a part 2 of that.
was there a part 2 of that?
Was
You
it?
sure did it?
Yeah, it was. Was it?
What was it called?
Because Smoking Aces 2 had Common in it. Right.
No, the
right.
first one.
Right.
That was the second one. The
they
one with
Holy
old
shit.
dude who played Arliss.
Yeah.
Remember he was the magician.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Remember how he threw the cards over there? He's like, yes, I did
He's
too.
going off that
He was high as fuck. It was gone, man.
You never saw that?
No, not real. I'll give you one. I love John Wick, but John Wick 2 was bad.
I like John
That's
Wick
Holly and the
2.
I love
Dogs.
3. No, 3 was with Halle.
Oh, okay.
I love that one.
Okay.
I like
Man, I
2.
can't-
So that means they did better though. That means it was like it fell off for a second, but it got
And it got
progressively
better.
better again.
I love the first one. Though.
Those
I
CGI
fuck
dogs.
with John Wick, man. Cause have you ever seen he trains with this guy? I can't remember his name right off the top. It's like he's a Hollywood gun trainer.
I know what you're talking about. I know
And
exactly.
that, hey, you ever seen that guy shoot his times and shit? And he be ping, 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 ping.
Yeah,
Man,
He
and
trained Keanu.
The coldest thing that I saw them do, like while they was training, is they have this where you grab 2 slugs at a time. They'll grab 4 of them, but then they'll be like,
Right.
and the shotgun, but it'll rack 4 real quick. Like,
That's
they got some
insane.
cold little tricks. Man.
That's insane shit.
Yeah.
All right, let's break. Let's say like the Matrix. The Matrix 2. I love the Matrix 2.
I didn't like 2 or 3.
Man, Matrix 2 was Matrix Reloaded. Come on
That
now,
was dope.
with all the Mr. Smiths coming out, and he was just
dude,
They was
that
tearing
was
their ass
for sure.
off.
man, that was dope. And then they had the most expensive highway scene ever. When the fucking Morpheus was on the truck fighting dude.
I thought we were supposed to be talking about part 2s that were sucky.
I'm just saying some are good.
We're weighing them out right now.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah, wait a
sequels
minute.
versus
That's the case.
bad.
Let's talk about Empire Strikes Back, and let's talk about Superman 2. Like,
All right.
What about the first Mortal Kombat?
Oh yeah, that was dope.
What about the second one?
Which one of them was underfunded? There was one of them that looked generic as hell. Which
that
one
was
was that?
Third. Annihilation.
It was like
Annihilation.
somebody just like, you're not gonna make another one? We'll pay you. And then they just bring all these little like old porn actors on. Them must be looking corny as hell. in
finish
them,
him.
Finish him. Yo, cosplay looking at.
Back to the Future 2.
I like that.
I just talk about like up in the budget. You know.
Sometimes it doesn't work, though.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Sometimes-
They going back to Coming to America 2 is like they put too much money into it.
All the celebrities.
All these cameos. I was like, get the fuck.
Tracy Morgan's pretty good, though.
He was alright. But just the cameos. You had people just popping out the woodwork.
For
like,
no
oh my
reason.
God.
For no
For
reason.
no reason. It's like
It didn't fit the story or anything.
But that's like the try too hard factor.
drive way
It's
too
like-
hard.
If you want to spend some money on special effects and they be real, you don't really lose as much with like the action stuff like that. But like the stuff that blows me is like when I see these newer movies and they're still doing that fucking weak ass green screen shit.
Yeah.
Where it's
yeah.
like you could damn near see the silhouette and you're like, oh, this shit doesn't even look right. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Them
I can't
driving.
stand that, man. It's like, man, you should have gave us some budget on that. Damn.
What about Boondock Saints?
Ooh, that second one was kind of bad, bruh. I mean,
it wasn't as dope as the first. for
the
sure.
first one was it was gritty, it was grimy, you know what I'm saying? Fucking took the toilet
You only
bowl
seen
off.
part 1.
Ooh, Boondock Saints, damn. Ooh, let's keep this going. I like it. Let's see.
Bringing
Candyman.
up all that
What about
high school
Candyman?
shit.
What about Candyman? I said it
Uh,
3 times, guys. Andy Mirrors in here.
You saw your reflection. You saw your reflection though. Shit, Candyman.
Was there a part
2
two?
Yeah,
They had a
Farewell
part
to the
3,
Flesh.
I want to say they had a newest one that just came.
It's one.
No,
about
that's
the-
coming out this summer though.
No,
There
they
was
had
one
three.
before that.
They
that
had.
came out,
They
right?
had 1, 2, 3. Look it up, babe. What you doing? Damn, girl. What you doing?
Yeah.
Technician.
Different.
She's looking up X-Men.
Mad
Mad Max.
Damn.
Hellboy. What about Hellboy?
Oh yeah, Hellboy. I fuck with Hellboy, man.
Indiana Jones and the
Indiana-
Temple of Doom, baby.
Now that was
That was a good
one
one.
of the
That was
best
dope.
catalogs right there. To
That
me,
was a good one.
I feel like they did that right there.
Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones is.
Wait, what did he say?
give me my hat back, Dr. Jones.
Indy, I love you, Indy. All that.
I
junk.
love him, man.
The one I like was the one with the stones. And then anybody like whenever they touched him, like remember when they had
that
the
was
stones?
That was not part two?
That was the
When
It
he
was
was trying to
called-
keep him in that little
Yeah,
satchel.
that sack.
That's part
That was,
two.
yeah,
Did they try to grab
that
it?
was Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
that's
part
part
2.
two.
Yeah, that was it. Temple of Doom, yes.
Temple
yes.
of Doom.
Yeah.
Man, my name is Sean Connery.
That's part 3.
What about the Fridays?
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
The first one. That's another point though. Keep it low budget. Keep it gutter. Keep it grimy.
Yeah, part
You know that
2
second
sucked.
one. I wouldn't say it sucked, but it was a fall off from the first one. You know.
Was it because Chris Tucker wasn't in it?
I don't even believe that. I mean, I know people were disappointed.
Bad writing?
I don't even think it was that. It was
Hey, I'm
just
a little lost right there. I just spaced out on something. Friday?
Friday.
Right here.
I
course
don't do
he
that
did.
anymore, ladies and gentlemen.
He spaced out like a mug.
No, I was thinking about another topic on. I shouldn't have did it, guys. I'm sorry. Friday though, that was very disappointing when Smokey went to rehab, man. Like, but from a professional standpoint, he went and did that Rush Hour series.
Hey.
Made millions of dollars, and they were talking about the budget for Friday, and it's not anything that's kind of like trying to shit on them because it was ground roots, you know.
The budget
He's
for
trying, yeah, it was budget. You know, like people was talking about they were getting like $2,000 for that shit. Like, no residuals, nothing. Like,
shit. The budget for the second Friday, he made more than the budget for Rush Hour. You know, he made like I think 18 million. The budget for the second Friday was like 15.
Yeah, that was gonna be my second.
You know?
What y'all think of Rush Hour?
Rush,
And then
man,
Rush Hour 2.
it was a fall off.
fuck with the rush hours.
All of them.
First one's the best.
First
Come
one.
on, Lee.
I mean,
Come
second one wasn't bad though. Second one was good.
Yeah, I fuck with him, man.
Second
I like
one was
them.
good.
There was a 3, right?
Yeah.
I think that was the one that was the decline.
In France.
But the one thing I love though, I think it was the second one when he was over there. They was over there at the karaoke. I was like,
Yeah.
"Come on, Lee,
Yeah.
come on!" Hitting him over Michael Jackson. He was on there.
My favorite part in that one where he's like when they go to that little massage parlor and
yeah.
pull out all the girls, he's like, I got to have her. I gotta have her too. He's like, oh, and her. Oh, He's just
Crazy
like,
thing
oh.
is, man, I've been in different countries, and that's literally like, there's places where guys are going and be like, bam, 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 bam. You pay for it, you get it.
Don't get me started. I was just telling them that's 3 podcasts I could explain. Mexico.
Yeah, I'm not getting into that
Jesus
podcast.
Christ. Yeah, you don't want.
You might have to
you don't want
Telling
this.
him
You might have
so.
to do
You
that
don't
solo.
get
She knows the stories.
I'll tell my, you know,
Oh, his woman.
Oh yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
I don't know.
Have Wonder Woman's lasso around you. Tell me the truth.
True, goddamn.
I'm clean. My hands are clean.
Talk about being clean. Crack documentary that's out on Netflix.
Crazy.
Now that's fire.
What's that?
Crack is good. That crack
Crack
is
is
good.
whack.
Crack
What's it
is
called?
whack. Do you
What's it
remember
called?
what Whitney
It's
said?
whack.
It's called crack.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I
Was
haven't
2
seen it
Chainz on
yet.
that motherfucker? It's that Critnag.
Man, I'm
He was
telling
on the
you.
soundtrack. It's that Critnag. When we was starting off, it's that Critnag. Skirt, skirt, skirt. In the pot. Skirt, skirt. Put it in the microwave.
That crack is good. I'm telling everybody to watch that crack though.
It's a good documentary.
Because it pretty much is everything that you know about the government putting crack into, you know,
The system.
Right. When you look at Freeway Rick's
Mm-hmm.
story
you know.
and the fact that he got off that second time when he delved back into the game, but he had that connect.
It's paying off the cops.
And it was the connect was it what was it, the Colombian guy?
Yeah.
And then he ended up being CIA. And it's crazy, Central Intelligence Agency. So you trying to fuck people's intelligence up so you can finesse their asses.
Yeah.
That's what it's
Yeah.
pretty much. If you follow the breadcrumbs on it makes sense.
The fact that the government, U.S. government, was buying guns from Iraq and taking that money and then buying drugs from Colombians or Nicaragua or whatever, Guatemala, and then buying coke and then dumping it in the hood,
Right.
selling it, and then figuring out, okay, these motherfuckers are making crack. Seeing the profit that they're making from crack, so all the local cops will shake them down, but not arrest them, just take the shit and then sell it themselves.
Right.
You got government officials coming out the woodwork going, yeah, we did it. You got to watch this documentary. It's
I'm about to
fire.
check that out tonight.
It's good as fuck.
One thing that trips me out. It was this one theory that came out that I heard about, and it's very plausible. It was saying, when you look on the back of the dollar bill and it says "In God We Trust," so they were making the breakdown that means guns, oil, and drugs. Think about it.
Wow.
Think about it though.
Yeah,
Like every time we go to war, what we going for? Some oil.
yeah.
We supplying both sides of the war. And then drugs, they trying to make sure people fucked up out here so they could finesse.
Dude, I'm telling
That's
you.
what I
That's
think.
a good point. Dang, I ain't never think about that.
Message.
It's
Yep.
called crack,
It's called
crack, cocaine, corruption, and conspiracy. Got it.
phenomenal. I'm telling you.
You know what trips me out about the crack shit though? Is like now you see the opioid epidemic and it's like, oh my gosh, this is so bad. I seen a lot of people because I work around like the Mount Greenwood area, and I had a lot of different people that came to me and were telling me like, older people, and they were like, their sons are battling with that, like they're just dropping off with it. But it's like now it's the way that it's looked at is like, oh my gosh, we need to look at it as compassion. And then we had people that was out here, they were crackheads, and nobody had any
There was
compassion
no
for them.
compassion for us.
It was weaponized.
None.
The addiction was weaponized against those people. And it's like, if you really think about all of these drugs, like, this is the first time it hit the scene. So it's like people that were up on top of their game and everything, then they went out there and tried that shit and it just threw everything off. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty sad when you look at it.
Now, you watched it, right, Missy?
Yeah.
This is one story I've got to say. There was this lady that was pregnant, and then she got sentenced to 30 years plus for, I guess she might have hit or something. Was it like, did she smoke or she got smoked?
Yeah, she smoked.
But like
Did he
they hit her for distributing to a minor that wasn't even born yet.
because she was pregnant. Yeah.
Distributing to a
And then
Just
there
for
was-
smoking it.
Yeah, for
They was
smoking.
like, just
She was
because of
pregnant.
umbilical
But then
cord.
let's
they were like,
let's fast forward to right now and let's think of somebody
It's taking
does
a-
a whole bunch of Xans and they're over there just on some opiates, getting
Well,
their
that's the
heroin
point.
on, just
It's
straight
like
to the
different in
vein,
the
literally.
community. The opioids
Ibuprofen.
affect-
Ibuprofen.
Like the shorty coming out here zanned out and shit.
know?
Like,
The
God,
opioids
Yeah.
affecting the white community. That's
What's
why
that-
it's an
That's-
outrage now.
there we go. Hey,
So,
hey, you know what, man, Paul? I fuck with Missy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Do you?
I see why you got
That's
her, Paul.
exactly. They left it there. They
Blackest bitch I
distributed to
know.
the
She
black
went on here and
community
said that shit. I like that.
because it was cheap. And then they got hooked on it, and
Yeah.
they didn't care about it. And then
Facts.
there was like that nurse that was taking notes and like asking the pregnant women, if they took drugs, and that one woman was like, "Why are you asking me this information?" He's like, "I'm just doing it for my own research." She turned them in. All these women got
and
arrested
they got
saying shit.
arrested while they still
ain't
bleeding
saying
from
nothing.
giving a baby.
after
They, like,
giving birth. Yeah,
they
they just took them,
They just throw them in the
and
paddy
then the
wagon.
children went into the system.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I know your epidural still wearing
It wasn't
off.
even that the
Get your ass in
children.
the back.
It wasn't even the
God
issue that children were being addicted to the drug. It was just the mere fact of the people taking. They
yeah.
just were using it.
They
as
were
an
just trying to
excuse.
get rid of us. That's like the Tiffany Haddish story, because she was what they call crack babies, which was a fucked up thing to say,
Right.
which was nothing.
You don't hear about heroin.
You don't.
babies.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they say alcohol and weed cause more damage than
Right,
crack.
nobody says
Right.
alcohol, babies, and that's like
Right.
that's what gives you that little chin and shit.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers be over there looking shit. Hey, no disrespect.
No disrespect to the butt chins out there.
No disrespect. No, real talk, because you know,
You
like
just
that's
talking
not
about me,
somebody's choice,
motherfucker.
but
Yeah, they made it a huge statement.
nah, I didn't even. Big old Thanos chin ass.
Thinking about their
So
chins
try to
right now.
put yourself in this shit.
Maybe I am. That's
All right, we
what
talking
my
about
problem is.
Tyus's beard. How you grow that big ass beard in a week?
Hold on.
Yeah, he trying to keep his face dressed up. That's what we
Got
got.
that
Dress
chronic-
your face up. I had to go ahead and take my joint down. On him.
You got that weed
Cause I had
beard.
to do it myself real quick, so you know, you gotta go get that one level.
Yeah.
Put the young fellas on it. You got crispy though. I see you went ahead and got that
Man,
lined
you
up
know,
all the way. Yeah,
sometimes you just gotta. That
got
Cactus Jack shit be. Motherfuckers be judging you quick as hell and that shit.
It's all
man.
juices and berries in there. It's natural juices and
I
berries.
call it. You know, like it's, you know, it's like your hologram. Whatever you want people to see you like, you produce that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then that's what makes people take you seriously. If you look out here looking dusty and shit, you know, people gonna they're not really
Automatically
trying to
dusty
hear
as hell.
anything that's coming out your mouth, you know?
Hell
Hey,
yeah.
real talk.
Shit.
This shit only really because it's cold outside though. Shit. As soon as it get a little hotter though, it's out of there.
Your shit gonna be looking like this.
He gonna have that little mustache looking like Lou Bega. Mambo number 5. He gonna be like,
You be like, yeah.
Mambo number 5. He gonna have a little Lou Bega. Mambo number 5.
Hey, that joint was slick though.
It was.
Even though it was like kind of corny, it was just you just couldn't turn it off.
That shit curl up right here.
Was that like 1999, 2000, something around there?
That shit is like
He pulled on Lou Bega.
You know what that shit remind me of? Is that like from Beetlejuice, 6 foot, 7
Oh,
foot?
yeah, yeah.
That was the
Huh?
shit though.
Daylight
Well,
come on, me one go home.
So,
Day-
I remember being young
Yes,
as
I
hell
did.
in the crib, like
That's the
work
joy.
your body, like
Yeah, work the body like.
shit.
Yeah, that's that joy. Hey, Beetlejuice was the movie.
shit.
dog.
I gotta
When
see
I
it.
watch it though, when I'm grown, I was like, damn, I was watching that
Right?
shit.
Right?
Because you know, as a parent,
Skinny
like,
Alec
see
Baldwin.
me as a parent, like, I watch this stuff before I let my kids see it now, because I see how easily you'll be like, oh, that's just, you know, that's nothing. And then it's like they in there at the. Remember when they had the little live girls when they was on the little,
Oh, yeah,
the
hell
little
yeah.
setup he had,
Hell
and then they mess
Yeah.
around and said it. And he was like a little fly at first, and then it turned into a. And then it was like he was over there with the live girls, like, hey, I was like, damn. And they was like, come on, and then it was like, hey. I was like, oh my
I
god.
didn't realize how bogus it was when we were shorties, but remember when Beetlejuice and the Sandman was sitting in the doctor's office? He swapped tickets on his ass.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He looked, he like,
Yeah.
bro, did his ass
Shrunk his
in,
head up.
like, bro, you can't be getting down on people like that, bro. That was bogus as hell.
Yup. Can't do motherfuckers wrong. That was a life lesson. You was
Yeah,
like,
for
There you
sure.
go.
That was definitely a life
I want a
lesson,
shrunken
like,
head. Oh
I
no.
love that movie. It has some crazy, like, real deep stuff though. Like, if you ever study anything about the spirit world and like, you know how they say like when you die, you really live forever. And it's like you go. Energy isn't. It doesn't never just die. It transforms. It goes somewhere else.
Right.
So it's like the most tripped out part after I've done like a lot of like research on that type of stuff.
Oh, Beetlejuice?
Yeah, you remember when they were showing like different people that were working, like that one lady who was the cool older lady who was smoking squares all the time. That shit was coming out her neck.
Yeah.
So they were trying to show that she killed herself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or like that lady who was working at the front desk when he was taking the numbers. She had both her wrists slit.
Right.
And then she had that one point in the movie. If you go back and watch it, she says, "Oh yes, we have to be workers in the underworld. If you take your life, you have to be workers in the underworld."
Right.
That was some cold shit.
How long ago did you see that again?
Yesterday.
I swear to God, like,
I always.
I'm thinking, God.
This is the crazy thing. Like, I really started to what I did was like when on my journey of knowledge, like when I've been just like studying like different kind of information, I always go to the source. Like, I'm not some like random conspiracy theorist just sitting over there. I'll look at YouTube videos, and everything really is on Google, but you have to know your works cited, what's a credible source, things like that.
Yeah.
So it's like once I started to find certain things in different circles, you know, like the Madame Blavatsky's and what's his name?
The fact he just
But
broke
you just avoid the question. I just said, how long ago did you see the movie? And you went way off.
If we're gonna go there, if we're gonna go there,
he broke Beetlejuice down the whole movie in 5 seconds.
If we're gonna go there,
Life and
I
death.
always just watch that movie. Just like I have a love for it, my kids have a love for it. It's like something that's like been around my house since we started our family. Like me and my wife, we both love that movie. You know,
So 2 weeks ago.
and it hasn't been that soon.
Okay.
But it's always like, you know, when you watch a movie so many times, it's like as soon as it starts, you literally could write the script.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I love that. I don't know if y'all can tell so far. Like,
I don't like the way he broke down. He said Candyman 3 times, but he won't say Beetlejuice 3 times. These niggas scared of Beetlejuice.
hey, watch out! I just said it. He right over there. You want a beer then?
You don't say Beetlejuice 3
So
times.
wait,
He's like, I ain't fucking with Beetlejuice.
I have a thing. I have a
one
thing.
person that said 5, right?
I have a thing. Yeah, you're supposed to say it like consecutive.
So you can't say it 3 and then he said it 2 and then we all
Beetlejuice,
still
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Candyman, Candyman.
Yeah,
Candyman.
he used worry. He was
The
like,
Candyman guy.
right now.
No, I'm like, I'm not really like. My thing is like, I pay attention to what is out here. You don't get involved in anything you don't understand.
Right. Right.
That's something that I've always been taught since I was a kid. But at the same time, the other thing is, fear is your God. It's something that I've gotten when I got older. If you fear shit, that's your God. It controls you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So anything that I fear, I try to face that shit.
Right. Well, you got to watch Crack.
That's a fear that I would never face, my
You
friend.
damn near like,
Like I fear getting on crack. I'm not gonna face that goddamn shit.
unless you
Fuck
ever,
that.
unless you ever sold crack or then actually had like a real crackhead in your family, I don't really know. I mean, it's only so deep you can get into it, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's deep,
Yeah,
bro.
I got people in my family
It's
that have been
deep.
on it. They're not on it anymore. But
The way they did it, the way they did us. I'm not trying to preach, but I'm just saying you got to watch it to understand where I'm coming from. As far as the government, like, oh man, Ronald Reagan talking all his shit. Don't do drugs. Say no
But
and
see,
all
the
that
crazy
shit.
thing
They getting their packets
the crazy,
fat.
the crazy thing that I didn't mean to cut
Fat.
you off, but like
Pockets fat.
who came
Did I
up
say
with
fat
the
pocket?
who came up with the
Packets.
concoction?
Packets fat pocket.
Packets.
Hey,
Pockets.
fucking
Crack packets.
Pockets.
sugar packets, bitch. That's what they call cocaine. Packets. We got sugar-
That was the days when they used to go over there. They have they'd be over there shooting craps, and they say people had $1 million in their trunk. It was like money was so plentiful at that time.
Man. And then it's a series Snowfall that you gotta watch that'll actually break it down. in like
Dramatizes
a-
it.
But then look at this
You know
though.
what
What
I
about
thought?
this though? Oh
No, you
ahead.
Go ahead.
What about like how the difference in the sentencing? So it'd be like cocaine, then crack. This shit's fucking you the fuck up. This is like you're paying to fuck yourself up.
Right.
Then this shit is just a good time, but it can fuck you up if you do too much.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This was a rich white
It's the
person's drug.
manufacturer.
It's a rich.
And
It's a race
but
thing.
this is my biggest question. Where did that concoction come from? Who sat there in the lab and figured out, okay, baking soda, blah, blah, blah. Let's get out the Pyrex pot. Pop, pop. Who came up with that? Because that shit just doesn't come
I'm
from
embarrassed to say it, but I think it was us.
Yeah.
I want
That's
to
just
know.
us.
Was it us?
That's us
I'm
turning.
almost positive.
Because you know
something
what? It
into
does
nothing.
make
That's
sense
just
because
what
it
we
was
do.
trying to stretch the high.
Yeah.
Trying to get more out because it was a rich person's drug.
Yeah.
So they were trying to be able to, okay, I'm
blast.
going to take this little bit and turn it into
Yeah.
something. Because I actually, there was one guy that I worked with one time. I did this random job one time when I was working on installing ATMs. And I can't remember the guy's name right now. But he's a Mexican guy. And hard ass working guy. At first, he was real fucking stern and kind of mean ass guy with me and shit. And then he started to figure out who I was, and he saw my integrity and changed it up. But he said, "Man, I used to be on crack." I'm like, "What?" It's like he's strong, big dude, on point. And he was like, "Yeah, I used to do that shit." He's like, "Man, if a motherfucker had just like a little bit of that shit, he'd take that shit and cook that little tiny bit into that." So that does make sense.
Yeah.
Because it was, they were trying to stretch that shit out.
Crack is whack.
I was in Korea. No, I was in Japan. It's right when I started my locks. I was wearing the number 9. I was going through this big explosion of information. I was just studying and just having these moments. It's like pop, pop every day. You know what I'm saying? Just, and so there was a reporter that came around. They found out that I loved, like, I was paying attention to Egyptology and all that type of stuff. It was so embarrassing, man, because I had just started my knowledge on it. It was kind of like I was at the ground roots of just starting to find out what's what, the temple, the pyramid, Khufu's, and you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
man, they quizzed me like this situation right here, man, I bombed it. Oh my god.
On some American shit?
And in Japan.
But
And I'm over here like all about, I'm like, oh yeah, that's the shit. I'm like, when you first find out about Egypt and you really realize what it really was going on and stuff like, I didn't realize that until like I got older, because it was like the way that it was being depicted that these people weren't even black.
Yeah.
And it was like, something helped them. They were aliens, you know what I'm saying? They couldn't do this shit. So it's like, that shit just made me just go ham. I'm like, I want to know everything about them. They were in the Bible and all that stuff. No, real talk.
No, and then, so they asked you, "Hey, what was Ice Cube's name?" In Boys in the
That's what
Hood?
you're thinking about.
He was like, fucking Thunderbird." Like, no, it's Doughboy. Dumb.
Dope.
Like, so he just blacked out. Like, I don't know.
In Menace
It's
to
like, yo.
Society, when one of the guys was troubling off to the side and he was hurt, what did that man say when he came and ran up to him?
Hey, yo, homie, you need some help?
And Boys in the Hood, the child that was relocated because his mother couldn't handle him anymore. What was his father's name?
We didn't have one.
It's the dad. The dad.
Wait, I ain't even hear what.
What was the father of? I'll give you another hint. What was the father of Trey in the movie Boys in the Hood? What was his name?
Furious
Styles.
Furious Styles.
Yes, indeed, he's right.
I was going to say Lawrence Fishburne. All right, man. We gonna end this show. We all over the place on this one, y'all. Shit.
You got ADD. You need to keep switching up.
Holy hell. Stop this shit right now.
Where we going at?
So we ain't talking about crack no more?
Favorite subject.
I hope not. God damn. Watch crack, watch Snowfall, and watch how the government keeps fucking us over with this goddamn coronavirus and all this other shit that they spilling on us black folks. Shit. Back to the bar, baby. I want to thank TJ Titus and my sister Heather. Missy, save the best for last.
Yeah.
And we out of here, y'all. Peace.
You know it. Hit that bell.
Subscribe.